Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to make a sweet little card using it's a simple pop-up set. I'm going to use the big pop-up in this one here. So this will make so many different pop-ups. You've got this one, which is the one that I'm using. You've then got these three here, which allow you to create all different style pop-ups, big kind of expanding cards. There's so much. And then this one here, they're all other styles of pop-ups. That's the 5x7 or like landscape ones, and then that's like for your 6x6. These are your extenders. I've got a whole playlist which I'll link up here, which will take you to, there's a main video that shows you kind of just card blanks with all these different variations of pop-ups, so you can see exactly what it does. So like I said, we're going to use this one today. So I've cut myself this piece of cardstock, which is 11 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you want to score right down through the middle, so it's going to be about 5 and 5 5/8 you want to score out. Let me just double check that. I usually have my scoreboard, but for some reason I'm not got it out. 5 5/8. Just score right down through the middle and fold it in half. This is going to go inside a 6x6 card blank. This is shop brought, so it's slightly just under, but you'll see it fits in there nicely. So on that fold, you then want to line up your die. So you'll see there's little notches on the sides here. You want to place that down so the notches are running right over the center fold. Tape it in place and pass that through your die machine, and it will cut all of this detail for you. You'll then want to, I then always like to just go back over the score lines that it will emboss. You can see them on here. You see I've just gone back over them there, so I've got them all ready to fold. I then like to use a ruler, and I'm just going to go underneath this end here. Both ends are the same, so it doesn't matter which end you start with. But I'm just slowly starting to bring those folds up. So these, you've got 3 kind of squares in the center. All of those need to have a mounting fold in the middle. So that's the middle fold of the card. So that should already kind of be in place anyway. But I want to make sure that this fold, just there, I'm just going to pinch that one like so. So you can see I've got a mountain and a mountain. And then again at this end here, I'm just going to bring that end up so I can bring the middle up. And then just fold in that one there. So you'll see now we've got these 3 like so. If you pop everything else up there as well, so pull this whole piece towards you, okay? Just keep pulling these up towards you, all of these 3 squares. Can you see everything else is starting to come up? You start to get this effect here, and then you should just be able to bring the whole thing over. If you pull that one up, all right over, and then fold that flat. And now when you open it up, you've got this really effective pop-up. So that is now going to stick inside of here. So I'm just going to add my glue to the back here. You just want to go over all of that flat surface, and then again I'm going to do both sides. You want a slightly softer cardstock for this particular die. So this is the Craft Stash, their new card. I wouldn't do it on a 300 GSM because you'll probably get a bit of cracking, and it might be a bit too much pressure on these points here. But the card I've used there is this one, which is the Adorable Pink. So it's a 230 GSM. I always like to stick the pop-up in when the card is upright and let it dry that way, and then fold it down. So I'm just going to keep that upright, make sure it's pushed right into the corners there. Plus it makes it easy to decorate. Now a little tip with the die here to make mats and layers for this area here. As you can see, I've already done this one. You can see that sits in there really nicely. If you cut yourself a piece of paper to fit in your section there, which this one is 5 1/4 by, that's about 5 3/8. Where the notches are, just lay them down along the very bottom of the pattern paper, and again make sure you've got an equal border on each side here, and then just take a pencil and just lightly draw around that. And now you just want to cut this one out, so I'm just going to cut the pencil mark away like so, and now that one will sit perfectly in the top part there like so. So I'm going to stick those down next. Okay, so that's all now ready to decorate. So I've got the ephemera here, There's also the sticker sheet and the washi, but I'm going to use the washi on my envelope. I've got, what did I do here? Oh yes, I'm going to have Happy Birthday on the front, and I'll talk through those panels in a moment. I'm going to have the calories don't count today down the bottom, and I was just going to cover all of the kind of stepped area with the different images here. So all the cakes really. But anytime you stick something down, a little tip is you always want to just come up slightly from the bottom. So don't stick it right down on that fold, just bring it up just a little bit, because it would buckle the card and this would all get all frayed and a bit, yeah, just wouldn't look very nice. So just keep it a little bit raised there. So I'm just gonna try and, let's pop this on its side like so, so then you can hopefully see that. Okay, so I've stuck everything down and I'm going to finish it now with the sentiment. I just popped some pink card around it as well, so I'm just going to lay that down like so. There you go. And then on the front, so what I've done here is these are the scrap pieces left over from when I cut the matte layers of the pattern paper. So these here are, so I've got a 2 1/4 by 5 3/4 white piece, and then 2 by 5 1/2 pattern paper, and then this one here is 2 1/2 by 4 3/4, and then 2 1/4 by 4 1/2, and then this one here is 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then 1/2 inch by 5 1/2. And I'm just going to stick them. How did I have this one? I think I was going to have that one, and then that one. And then I was going to have, I think, this one within the happy birthday. And that was going to be the front, because I tend to, whenever I have these pop-up cards, I don't do a lot on the front because they are designed to be displayed open. So I don't really want to waste, well, I say waste, but I don't want to put loads of like ephemera or loads of detail on the front when it's not really then going to be shown off. So I'm going to stick these all down and then I'll show you it when it's finished. Okay, so that's everything stuck down there. So next I'm going to decorate the envelope. I think I'm going to use this strip here, which goes with all the colours in the papers. Make sure it's the right way up. So I'm going to run this one down the side. And I'm going to use my All Occasions stamp set. And I'm going to take my All Occasions sticker set here and find a few. I think the ice cream one could look good with this. It's got all the colours. So we'll pop the ice cream. Maybe that little floral one as well. That looks cute. I love adding the faux stamps if I'm going to hand deliver a card, because then it still looks like it's gone through the postal system. So I'm just going to stamp that one there, and then the little airmail one there as well. And typical me, I've just got a little mark there, so I'm going to take the little airplane stamp and I'm going to cover that. There we go. Always a way to cover something. I'm also going to use this stamp here, so I've got somewhere to write their name. I'm just going to, because it's a long one, I'm just going to use this grid on my acrylic block to make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so there's my envelope. There's the front of the card, and then that lovely pop-up inside. So thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this card using that die sets. I always like to bring out the older sets and show you how they can work with newer collections. As always, all of the product that I've shared today you can find over on the Craft Stash website by clicking here. It will also all be individually listed in the description box below. If you're not subscribed and you've enjoyed today, click on my face there so you can subscribe to the channel, and that way you won't miss out on any future videos. And I'll have that playlist that I mentioned earlier be popping up here as well, showing you this pop-up die set on other card styles. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.